The New York Giants have been one of the most successful NFL teams in recent history. That is from 1981 through 2011. The last 13 seasons, however, have not exactly gone their way. They have made the playoffs 2 times during that time. They have won 1 game, but both losses were devastating. 13-38 and 7-38 as recent as 2022. And this team is really just struggled mainly at quarterback. They've also kind of struggled a little bit at weapons. You know, their best weapon really has been Odell Beckham, and of course, injury plagued throughout most of his career. So much promise, and unfortunately, the injuries just derailed everything. And you know, you had guys like Victor Cruz come and go, and it really just has not been a great time, specifically for the offensive side of the ball. And of course, if you look at preseason, which we all know preseason is definitive, they might have found their guy, Jaxson, the 69 overall quarterback, that they didn't really reach because quarterback is what it is. They landed in a much better spot than they did Daniel Jones. Of course, we are going to be doing a rebuild style here where Jaxson is QB1, even though we know Russell Wilson is the confirmed starter. And then Cam Skattebo, I'm going to be starting him even though he's pretty much the third string, maybe every once in a while in short yardage situations back, only because he's a lot younger, and I kind of want to see him develop. Look at that big old head. Just look at it. Of course, Tyron Tracy, likely the start, not even likely, pretty much guaranteed the starter for that team going forward. Problem is, he's already 25 years old, and I can't really do a whole lot with that. I want to develop Skattebo, so I'm going to develop Skattebo. As far as developing things goes, though, we definitely need to develop wide receiver. We have Jalen Hyatt at wide receiver, too. We're derailing this team before it's even had a chance when Darius Slayton should be number 2, only because Darius Slayton is pretty damn old now. And while we haven't seen much from Jalen Hyatt last year, he's still very young, very fast. The one good thing about this team, though, especially on the offensive side of the ball, Malik Neighbors obviously had an insane rookie year. You're expecting him to play just as well next season, this upcoming season here, even though they really didn't add much to the weapons unit. Theo Johnson, didn't really see much from him either. Offensive line is one of the worst in the league. Andrew Thomas being back, you would assume, makes them better, but I mean, you can see the names here. This is not a unit that is going to get much better, if any. We then move on to the defensive side of the ball where they, got some decent draft picks. Abdul Carter, obviously the biggest name in the offseason for them, arguably, because I guess technically Russell Wilson, people are kind of discrediting Russell like he's just not going to be any good when I just don't think that's true. But of course, Abdul Carter, huge name. What do you do with Thibodeau is the big question there, but obviously you land a really good talent like this. The Giants need winners, right? The Giants need good draft picks no matter what the position is for the most part. And this is one of those premier positions. This is the best value up there at the time, arguably. So you take the best available pick when you have a team that has made up of a lot of mid. Of course, looking at the rest of the guys, though, again, this is the side that has the most optimism because the edge looks great. The pass rush unit, the run stop, grades pretty damn good last year for the most part with a very badly performing offense. You know, Karake at linebacker, Micah McFadden, maybe we can develop him. I've actually developed him in the past. Of course, Javon Holland and Nubin in game might be a pretty good duo. Holland's kind of, inconsistent at times. Nubin, obviously, not a great rookie year. And then cornerbacks, you thought maybe Deonte Banks was going to be that next step corner that you see so many of these sophomore, junior year corners just take that leap and they become the best guys in the league. Like, some of the best corners in the league right now are the very, very young corners. Hasn't really worked out for him. Debo, he's solid when healthy. That's the big question mark with him. Drew Phillips is probably the best corner in this team, but since I want to start these two guys who are larger, Drew Phillips fits in the slot a little bit better. So, yeah, we're all over the place with this squad, can't lie. And then, of course, Big Dex himself. Do they call him Sexy Dexy? Is that what they call him? I don't think I'm going to call him that, but I sort of already have. Of course, the best player on the entire team, arguably. I say arguably because Malik Neighbors is pretty damn special. But, yeah, this is not a side of the ball that I'm necessarily super worried about in real life or in game. So, really, it just comes down to that offense side of the ball, especially with the quarterback position. 69 overall Jaxson Dart. Will he be that guy for us? Will he not? I think the best way to find out is just thrust him out there as a rookie, try to win Rookie of the Year, get a guaranteed dev up, and never look back. Sorry, Russell Wilson. You'll have your time in real life. This is my rebuild. And of course, speaking of my rebuilds, I would like to know what you guys want to see next from us as far as teams go. I'm kind of thinking maybe the Saints, the Browns, maybe even a challenge rebuild. It's been a little bit longer into the Madden season than normal. I kind of like that release, though, with not doing a special rebuild by now, fantasy draft rebuild, special type of fantasy draft rebuild, zero over rebuild, all that stuff. So let me know what you'd like to see next. Specifically team, though, because, obviously the challenge rebuilds are pretty self-explanatory. But I guess if you have an idea, let me know that as well. And while you're down there, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, all that usual YouTube crap. And hopefully we get ourselves a win. This is going to be arguably our hardest rebuild yet, just because that offense is such a challenge to rebuild. You know what? Maybe we should have actually just did Tyrone Tracy and put him on this this training camp, because he would have been an 80 overall. I regret everything already. Oh, look at Cam. What is that? All right, so we have our scouts. We are going to be focusing tight end, running back, wide receiver, offensive tackle, and then national. Even though it's a weakness for the league, we're going to go O-line, interior O-line. We do have tackles, but tackles cost a lot, and I don't like the cost of a lot. So we had a really good start to the season. Definitely fallen off a little bit since then. Where are we? We're considered the 18th pick. They have us projected at corner. We'll to see if they're correct or not. All right, we have the free signings, and man, this is not great, right? We have Flott, we have Wan'Dale Robinson, we got McFadden, we got a bunch of guys that, the right thing happens, and maybe they're long-term guys, but if I had to put money on it, I wouldn't feel great about it. There's a chance that some of these 24, 25-year-old defenders are still on the team. Wan'Dale Robinson, obviously, we got to keep him long-term, even if he is the number 3. At that evaluation, which is a little over 10 per, you got to do it, right? You got to do it. Hopefully didn't overpay him too much. I don't think we did. Flott, McFadden, this is tough. Especially since they don't want to be here, so you have to pay him a little bit more. But McFadden, is there anything here? Is McFadden actually doing something? Not really. I think 4 years is kind of insane. 25 years old. Can we do a 3-year 18? I hate this place. I want to go home. And then Flott, I mean, we're broke. I don't think we pay him. Even though he might be a decent trade piece, I don't think so. Same with Evan Neal. These guys are all free agents. We did not have a great year overall, but when you compare it to Dallas's season, it looks like an amazing season. So I think it could be worse. It definitely could be worse, especially for the Giants. We finished 8-9. The Cowboys finished 5-12, dude. Or 4-13, actually. We're the 10th seed. It is what it is. It could have been worse. Of course, we stuck it out with the Giants playbooks all the way through. I don't want to just move on to one of the better playbooks right away. We have like a rotation of 4 we've been kind of going. Atlanta, Green Bay, Cincy, Chiefs. But wanted to stick it out with the Giants, see what's up. Jaxson darts are pretty low overall, so I don't even hate those numbers. I think that's actually a really good year. Skattebo killed it. That's actually a really good year. Wan'Dale, a lot of touchdowns. Hyatt, not bad, actually. And then Neighbors did what Neighbors does. Theo Johnson, touchdowns are low, yards are okay. Blocking, yeah, that sucks, but that's just the way it is this year and really every year in Madden. Every Madden. Pass rush, Abdul Carter, 15 sacks for the rookie. What a year. Unbelievable. Lawrence, really good at 12. 10.5 for Burns. Really just the other DT, Darius Alexander, the rookie, 3.5. Kind of the odd one out as far as like guys having a good season or not. Not that this was a bad season, but especially when the other guys around you are doing what they're doing, yeah, it's not a great season. Of course, insanely old. I didn't know he was that old. I thought he was 23. Guess he's a million. Let's take a look at, actually, wow, Graham Gano, what a season. Let's take a look at those interceptions, if you don't mind. Okereke with 3, Adebo with 2. Really hoping Okereke goes to Superstar. I doubt he will, but that would be such a clutch dev up. Considering the lack of off-ball linebackers the Giants have had for the longest time, yeah, that would be huge. Of course, the MVP goes to Stafford. That's a new one. Anything for us? Number 2! I hate the Packers! They suck! Number 2 and number 3. Automatic dev up to star, but nope, not today. Abdul Carter, though, does get Defensive Rookie of the Year, so at least we get something. We got a little something, my favorite thing to say. Not on the list for QB, obviously. Just too many interceptions. That sucks. Best kicker, whoop-de-doo. He's like 432 years old. And the Eagles versus the Ravens. The Ravens were one away from the perfect season, and the Eagles denied them. So you have the Eagles denying history. So you're like, hey, let's go Eagles. But now they're the ones with history, winning back-to-back with a chance at a three-peat. Who the hell is this guy? He just disappeared. No dev-ups at all on the offense. No for Dart. No for Cam Skattebo. No for Johnson. No for Hyatt. Nobody. And then defensively, no dev-ups here either. So while it was a good season, a lot of guys did have good seasons, and they had some, glow-ups, if you will. The team as a whole still just did not do well. Of course, I don't care about Banks' height anymore. Phillips is number 2. But yeah, the dev-ups were very lackluster, meaning the progression of the team really wasn't there for a lot of guys. Obviously, QB, running back, it definitely did. But yeah, outside of those two, not great. Really hope we can find some money somewhere because we are broke as hell. Russell Wilson retires. I mean, you got, I wouldn't even say bench, but you got sat for Jaxson Dart. Yeah, I would have hung it up, if you will. The guy knows everything. Of course, negotiations, we did take care of everyone we wanted to. Obviously, I mean, I would have taken Flott and just traded them off, but we are a little too broke for that. I still can't believe this team's this broke. We're going to have to see where that money is. It might just be tied up. Brian Burns obviously isn't cheap. Some of the offensive linemen aren't exactly cheap, but this team with a very mid-looking set of linemen, Taylor Moton still doesn't have that contract, by the way, is sitting at $7 million cap room. There's got to be some money to find. Of course, outside of like Ryan Kelly, there's probably not a reason to find that money as it stands, but still, we want to be as cheap as possible, especially when, we're paying guys we don't need to pay. The craziest part is we really don't have anyone we can lose. Runyon, if we have a sick draft, especially the UDFAs, which we do usually do pretty well at that position. Outside of that, though, I mean, we are just broke. Who are they paying? So we pay Wandale. Carter's getting paid a lot. Burns, Adebo. Thibodeau's still being paid that kind of money. It's kind of insane. I don't like the contracts I'm seeing here because it doesn't even feel like we're really overpaying anyone. So that's what worries me. Like, where do we find some money at? Nowhere. So we are in the draft with pick 10 overall, and I've got to back out. And I do not care. We're leaving it in. I don't care. We have a couple of top fivers. Main top 5 that I care about the most, though, is this wide receiver. 6'5", 21 years old, pretty damn athletic, but look at those ratings. This is a generational player. Can I go all the way to 1 overall for him, though? Probably not. We'll offer. We'll throw the offer out there. Wide receiver 2 being that good would be solidified. Would be good for the rest of this thing. But at the same time, I understand that this is a massive ask. There's no offers for this package. That is insane. First this, first next. That is a lot. Oh, man, I think we gotta slow our roll a little bit to see where we're at. Okay, so that would cost you at least a first next year. Let's see. So it's doable, but that is... We can't, dude. Maybe if he's there at 3, but I think he's going 1 overall. No? Okay, don't wait. He goes to Dallas. Wow. Dallas, who has George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, mind you. Really? Also, this tight end looks pretty good, too. I didn't put him on my list just because he wasn't as fast as I thought. And I don't know about taking tight end that high, but maybe. I mean, if he's there at 10, for sure, I'd take him, I think. He's top 5 talent, but there's no way I'd trade up for him, so that's kind of why I didn't have him on my list. I'm kind of hoping he goes soon because I don't know. I don't know about a tight end at pick 10. I think the value's there, but it is a tight end. Come on, San Fran. Replace him for Kittle. Why do they do this to me? Why would they freaking do this to me? I mean, we have other tight ends that look good too, though, and then I have, 2 to 3 wide receiver in Perry. I think Theo Johnson could continue to develop as well. I don't know. I don't know if I want to take a tight end this high. Top 5, he could be insane, but I mean, he's probably 78, 79 overall, right? I'm going to take a look at Theo real quick. I don't care what the Eagles are going for. I'm taking this trade. A first, second, third. That is a massive dub for us. What did they take that tight end? They take a DT. I don't know how good that guy was, but let's go to 32, see where we're at. Where did the tight end go? Is he still there? Oh, he went all the way. Did he go all the way down to 23? Or is that someone else? I don't know. But Barron's still there. I was going down here for Perry, But Barron is there. I don't know if that's going to be the guy we go for, though, because the other guy is really fast, too. Nick Barron. This is a tough call, actually. Lamar Perry, a little bit more raw looking. Arguably faster, but not guaranteed. You also have the tight end and Jason Williams. Super fast. I'm conflicted. I think Perry's the better of the two. Yeah, we wanted Barron, actually. Nick Barron. Boom. Give me hidden dev. Or give me death. 14 true. I guess I'm dead. Go to 10. If the tight end's there, I'll take him. But I'm not all about the tight end position that high. And they are there. Or he is there. Little on the shorter side as well for my liking. But yeah, Jason Williams is worth it at that point. 47 true talent. Please be hidden. Thank you. Thank you very much. A little bit slower than I would have thought for sure. But let's keep it on moving on. Tell me why there's a top 5 quarterback there. Oh, because he sucks. And we kind of want to replace all of our linemen. This guy doesn't look amazing, but he looks good enough. I think 71 overall hidden. I can live with that. 63 true. Okay. And he is hidden. Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Fair enough. A couple of day 3-er linemen as well. And, of course, we do have a UDFA. 2 UDFAs as well. We need 4 linemen, arguably. So, Lofton at right tackle. If these guys are all, hidden, we got wins. I mean, Silas looks amazing, so definitely worth the pick, I would imagine. 42 true. No hidden dev here. Still going to be our starting center, I think, just because Schmitz is literally like a dinosaur at this rate. Don't care if the guy's normal, at least he's, a decent overall and young. And honestly, I don't really like the rest of this class too much. Colin Brock is... This is a reach. B play rec, C awareness, A pursuit. Some of the ratings are decent. I would suspect 70, 72. Maybe hidden. 4, 5, 7. I don't love. But all of our other guys are UDFAs. I'm going to take them just by... Oh. Maybe not a good pick there. But if I say just out of need and just not needing a high draft pick for the rest of these guys, like we can move this down to the 5th or the 6th, still take those UDFAs. And I think the Titans are giving me kind of what I want. All right, still somewhat early. What about Battles? I don't even know what I've seen on him. A little bit of speed. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah, it's a little early for some of these players, but I think considering O-line is like the last decent looking position here, you reach anyways and take them. You got 1 hit in there. And then at 10 in the 5th round, you take the other lineman, and at that point, you don't really even need anything else. I mean, we need other things, but as far as like what's left, you don't really care too much. Stephen Lofton, who I actually thought was better than some of these other guys. The True Talent lied to me. Well, I don't know if they lied to me, but hidden dev 92 strength, 70 speed looks good. But yeah, I mean, some of these ratings I was liking. But yeah, Lofton looks like a tackle to me, so I think we found ourselves our brand new right tackle. And we're pretty much going to start all these guys anyways. Can get rid of Runyon, save some money. And then we're looking for a gem out of Haystack, Charlie Thompson. Weak, but very strong, 6'7" true. Normal dev. Might still start just out of, needing another guy starting there and him being a lot younger than what we got. And then I want that tight end. I know he's going to be raw as hell, but we're hoping for hidden dev. 350 true. And yeah, he is hidden dev. That is a fun-looking tight end. Yeah, I heard it too. Also, I think we have ourselves a generational kicker. Drew Oakley in the 6th round. True Talent 7. Hidden dev 99 kick power. I don't even know if we have Graham Gano anymore, but not bad. Do long snappers actually get drafted, by the way, or are they just UDFA types? 11 mil in the hole already, by the way. All right, 77 overall, 74, 73, 74, 70, 68. Wow, Brock was a bad pick. 74, 73, 73, 61, 79, 70, 69 for the long snapper. I don't want to waste too much time looking at these players, but yeah, we do need to compare the wide receiver to the guy we could have had. 6'3". He looks great. I'm getting Hakeem Nicks vibes. I know he's just slightly taller than Hakeem, but getting Nicks vibes. Just saying. Just saying that. That's a trigger word for you guys. Who's the tight end? Oh, this guy reminds me of Jeremy Shockey. Not really in any sort of capacity. Dev, though? Star Dev, okay. Definitely need to look at that tight end. Look at the haul we got. Not everyone's a winner. Normal dev, but high overall. Normal dev, but garbage. He was normal dev, right? He was. Probably still will be the Sam linebacker. Our other Sam linebacker is like old and terrible. Tight end. I guess we got to look at the dev, right? Pretty much everyone else, though, sure, there might be some dev there, but they're linemen. You can't really find like look at that lineman. He's He's 87 speed. He's crazy. It's just like, well, here's a couple pass block, run block sliders. Knock yourself out, you know? Dev for the tight end, star dev, which you can still use, obviously. Yeah, we'll move the lineman in position, and then you'll see the roster, but I do want to see some of these overall. So Brown was an 83 over. The Cowboys made a good play. Very rare to see that, but they did a good decision, even though they didn't need him. I mean, I get it, right? Like, you don't need him, but at the same time, you need him. He's way too good to pass on, way too good to just let go because you already have a good wide receiver. Just let Pickens hit free agency, let someone else sign him. Superstar X Factor. He's basically already just as good as Pickens with a much higher ceiling. The tight end was an 80 overall, only 83 speed, though. I could see star dev. I really could. Hidden dev, so that is hidden. 6'6", 260. He's big. Not that fast, but he is a big dude. Dev of... And he is an X Factor, all right, so fair enough. Got to compare our wide receiver to the wide receiver we passed on now, and that would be it. Where was our wide receiver? Was it Batten? No, it's Perry, 100% Perry. 76 overall, we're already losing. It's already an L. Don't do it. Don't do it to me. Ah, they did it to me. I can't believe it. I chose the older player, and I got cucked for it. Our guy was 22, right? Dev? Okay, it's not as bad as it could have been, but yeah, we obviously chose the wrong guy. Well, I say that. What was the difference in... Where the hell is our guy? Wait, where the hell did our guy go? Did we take him at... Oh, yeah, we took him at 32. I mean, he's one overall higher, similar speed. Yeah, they definitely chose the better guy. Even though they didn't really choose him, they just had him fall in their lap while we chose the wrong guy. We also take the dead hit and trade Thibodeau over to the Chargers for a third-round pick. And here we are for season number 2. We got a lot of new players, a lot of rookies starting. We have 4, 5, 6 rookies starting on offense. That is unheard of. Jaxson Dart obviously had a pretty good year 1. He's now an 81 overall. Still normal dev. Skattebo all the way to an 82. Again, speed upgrades I don't actually believe exist. I was lied to. I don't know who told me that, but damn you. Of course, looks great as a power back. Already 24, sadly, but still. 24, 82, almost 83. Tracy was 25, 79. So, say what you will. Although he is an 81 overall, so he probably could have got to 83, 84. It is what it is. In real life, yeah, you start Tracy for sure. But in game, it doesn't matter too much how slow you are. Let the slow power backs have their chance, okay? Defensively, anyone. Starting in DT3 as a rookie. And that's it. We haven't really done much for the defense. I apologize. All right, so we have our scouts. We got safety, Mike, linebacker, Mike, and DT. Then we're probably going to go Mike again nationally. I think. Maybe corner. Who knows? All right, negotiations. $92 million. Okay, that's a lot better than I was hoping for. Deontay Banks. Yeah, why not? 3-year 18. There you go. What about Okereke? This is a tough one because he is already 30. Their regression's there. So yeah, money has just spawned from the heavens, and we shall be rich again. But we are still lacking some players. I'd keep Okereke in a 1 year because I don't think we're going to solve our entire linebacker unit in one season. 17 mil is crazy, even on a 1 year. So if we can't find a way to do that, or fifth-year option, or not fifth-year option tag, I don't think he's going to be on the team next year. And I don't know what has gotten into this Giants team, but after a, really good start for a couple of weeks and then bad for a few after, we have been on a tear. And I'm pretty damn sure we're in the playoffs. Oh, lost right at the end, though. Would we have gotten the bye week? No, we wouldn't have. So it doesn't really matter too much. But the number 2 seed, and big thing is, we didn't change the schemes. This is whatever they start you off with. Dable just absolutely cooking. It's got to be the number 2 running back in the entire league by yards. That's ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, look at the tear we had. I mean, yeah, some losses in there early on, and then boom, all the way to the end of the season, 12-5. That's crazy. Of course, you see some of the numbers we have, especially wide receiver, and yet Dart didn't really have that great of a year. So I don't know what's going on here, but Skattebo's a superstar. Barron's a superstar, maybe even an X Factor. Who the hell knows? The rest of the guys a little iffy. What about the tight end? Williams should have started. He did, but it was not a great year. Blocking was actually pretty damn good for the first time in all of our rebuilds this season so far. Pass rush is insane, but the numbers are just crazy this year for sacks. But 20 for Carter, 17 for Burns, 12 for Lawrence. Definitely not mad with it. Should be seeing maybe three X Factors there. Picks, definitely a little low. Kicking, pretty damn good. I know he's generational, but for any kicker in the game, 80+% is great. Punting, really good yards per punt average. Nick Barron was apparently the punt returner. I don't know how he had time to do it all, but he did. MVP goes to Josh Allen. I mean, maybe even had a chance for Barron to win it, as he won Offensive Player of the Year, let alone Rookie of the Year. Look at him go on a tear. Brock at number 4. Skattebo number 2 for running back. Should still be a Pro Bowl. Barron, number 1 wide receiver. And yeah, a little lackluster on the other awards for the most part, but very good season for a lot of these guys, especially on offense. And we're kind of rolling into the playoffs here, but it is Green Bay, 85 overall. But hey, the Giants back in the playoffs. That's a dub. It's not like a fluke playoff run either. This is a, we deserve to be here. You really never know what we're capable of. What the hell is that? Were they trolling Dart there? I don't even know what that's about, but either way, here comes the rest of that team. The defense looks great. Offense got a lot of weapons. O-line, even though there's a lot of rookies, there might just be enough, especially with Andrew Thomas being that guy at that left tackle spot, the blindside spot, that we could sneak out a victory or two. Or maybe even a whole damn run. 3-0, start of the second quarter, 7-3, 7-6. 14-6, halftime, we will hold a 14-9 lead. 17-9, we're going to slow sim this a little bit. Wow, they lose some more yards. 8-point game here, starting the fourth quarter, converting downfield, and with the touchdown, 24-9. I mean, the team's looking pretty damn good here in 3rd and 10. They convert that. That's crazy. 9 minutes left. Definitely not over now. But with this drive, it might be. Wow, the team scores a touchdown. Doesn't even need it. 3rd and 15, I guess we come out of there because it's not technically over. It's realistically over, but not technically over. But if we get the stop here, it is physically over. Kraft in motion. No one's on the outside there. Jordan Love, little dump down, and we don't see it somehow. 4th and 1. They are going to be hurrying up, so a lot of clock is going to be falling away here. Could be a run. Get ready, Banks. It's not a run. We're over the middle. And we get a hand on it. We're moving on to the divisional round. Who says we can't play a factor and it be a positive factor? 31-16 over the Green Bay Packers. We, of course, we're at home. I mean, other than the number 1 seed, we are at home all the way, so we'll have another playoff game here at home, which is nice. Take a look at the performance. Jaxson Dart threw a pick, but he also threw 2 more touchdowns than Love. Also, the team had 1 more rushing touchdown than the Packers did, so overall, definitely a lot better on offense. Sack totals were very good. Picks, 1 for Cooper. Clean kicking from both sides, and the New York Giants have won a playoff game in recent times. Of course, 2022 is not that far away or recent, long ago, but there's definitely a different feel to it, especially with us actually rocking the Giants playbooks. That is the biggest surprise of it all, as the Falcons, okay? I mean, I'm not saying that they're easy to beat. They could easily beat us, but also it's a pretty fair matchup. Maybe we have a chance here. Going to the end of the game. 7-0. Pretty good start so far. Defense doing great. Offense, another touchdown, 14-0. Halftime, nice stop. They had a chance there. Are we going to win? Oh, my lord, we almost had the game winner there. 17-0 might be the game winner. This defense is suffocating. 3rd and 15, 4th and 10. They kick a field goal. I don't even know if that was to actually try to win the game, but more just have something to go into next season with, because it would have been a shutout if not. As you can see here, 24-3. All right, I'm just saying, maybe I don't regret passing on the Giants for 2 straight Maddens now. The Giants, back-to-back years now, have been sort of a coin toss. This year was more of a 3-headed coin, but nonetheless, very close to being our team multiple times now. Kind of had a feeling Jaxson Dart would have been a little bit better with at least Star, which kind of threw me off. Honestly, if I knew Jaxson Dart would have been this low of an overall at normal, it would have been between them and Carolina. It would have been so close. Not saying that we can't still do a Giants franchise, because I don't know how long Panthers franchise is going to last, how long it'll take for us to win a Super Bowl if we do. But if we win 1 year 4, year 5, year 6, I mean, we're still going to be pretty early into the Madden cycle. Why not do another franchise? In years past, we're like, oh, well, there goes the Patriots franchise, won a bunch of Super Bowls. It's just rebuilds and nothing else for the rest of the year. Why? Why not also throw another franchise in there? Do one-off franchises. Who knows? But of course, we're now in the championship round, going against the division rival Commanders. You got to see how they got here. They won by 3 over the Rams. by 10 over the Lions. And then hopefully by none to us. And then you have the Titans in an upset game against the Chiefs. Hopefully they win that. If we win this one, that would be awesome to see. I mean, we're pretty much the same overall as our opponents. We're just playing really well. Like I said, that second half of the season has been very impressive. Very impressive. See if we can keep this thing going. This is already a dub of a rebuild, in my opinion. Championship round with the Giants. Are you kidding me? 14-7. The Commanders are definitely working us around here a little bit. 2nd and 3. You got to score a touchdown on this drive. What am I looking at? Okay, the clock is stopped at least. Neighbors. Oh, it's not stopped. It's just not moving fastly, which is about the same. I'm going to throw this away. I can't believe Neighbors didn't win that slant. Can't just expect someone to just be open just because, but I wish he was. Williams. Oh, almost panicked it. What a catch. I kind of celebrated too early there. I was like, oh, thank God we got the throw in, but he could have dropped it. He kind of got hit there. It works out though. Jaxson Williams, a delivery. I mean, that is a dart from dart. I mean, we'll call it what it is. That is a really good throw. And that will make it a 3-point game into halftime, I believe, assuming we don't miss the extra point, which, you know, it would suck to miss, but it's not like the end of the world. Second half, we get the ball. So, I mean, again, if you believe in your offense to score every time, you should be considering this you in the lead, right? Oh, 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11. This team's done well to convert these situations or at least put themselves in a good spot. I personally don't love it, though. Kind of a verticals look. And that's a really good throw. Wandale down to the 1. That's a really good find. I mean, these sliders, kind of difficult. Kind of difficult at times. Let's take a look. Of course, move to comp in our Panthers franchise. Huge touchdown up 4. Come on, D. 3rd and 4. They don't get it. Come on, D, please. From the 8-yard line, 1st and goal. We got to get a stop. I'm coming in for all 4 plays if it takes it. If it takes it. They could score before then, or if they kick an extra point. Tyler Newman. And sacked. Good. I mean, that's good coverage. Didn't really put a lot of receivers out there, though, so it's kind of understandable that he wouldn't have anywhere to go. What do they put? 3 receivers out? Not really much to go on there. McFadden. Just take that underneath. And another sack. There goes Burns. Bernie. We should probably be back. You know, I was going to go man coverage. I don't know about that. Let's go deep with Holland. Yeah, you can have that underneath. You can have that. Oh, he actually throws it over the middle. Oh, Lord. That spin got me scared. All right, good D. That will make it a 1-point game. At least we held tough at the 8-yard line. Oh. What was that? Yeah, I thought they went for it. It was just kind of bugging out. 1st and 20. 2nd and 20. Huge conversion. Touchdown would put us in a really good spot. Do you go for 2, though, if you get it? You got it. I would probably risk this, no? Like, I think they probably go for 1 anyways. There's a risk to try and take a lead. But if you don't get the lead, it's probably still not going to matter much. This would be a huge moment, though. Let's try it, please. Oh, he missed the throw. He's open enough to catch that. Damn, failed 2-point. Would have put it up by 9. I mean, that's the risk I think you got to take to win Super Bowls, personally. 3rd and 5. Let's get a stop. 7 minutes left. I mean, this drive would be really kind of a bad drive if we got that 2-point, because 3+ minutes, they're probably going to waste another 2. We have too much to cover. We tried. 27-yard line. Let's see if the defense can do it. I mean, we're not out there to save them. Probably not. 3rd and 6. Yeah, I was about to say 3rd and 6. Yeah, I mean, look how much clock is coming off. I do not regret that 2-point conversion at all. We just didn't get it. Just, you know, stuff happens. Let's actually keep the blitz. And we got bombed by our own player. Wow, that spin was pretty... I can't believe we're actually falling for these spins, but I was going to say pretty crazy, but pretty on its own works too. Tied up. Again, I mean, it's kind of the same situation. You got it. You know, they had to get the 2-point, but we just proved how... What the hell is that? 70-yard. He had more yards on that run almost than his actual speed. Kim Skattebo for 70. 3 minutes left. Could be a blessing. 4th and 13. This is the game. They're going to punt it. I get it because that's a lot of yards, but do you not realize what your defense is doing out here? I think the Giants are headed to the Super Bowl in year 2. With, you know, it's one thing to do with the, you know, Bengal scheme, Chief scheme, whatever. But with the actual Giants scheme, mind you. This is impressive. Oh, wow. He just slapped the hell out of Reynolds' ass. Looking at the total yards, Cam Skattebo, not a great game because you take away the 7. That's 50-ish yards on the day, but I guess you can't really take away a 70-yard run, especially for someone that slow. That is a high-effort play. 3rd and 3. I mean, you get this first down, you win the game. First down, wins it. Come on. Johnson, we replaced him, but he has not been replaced in our hearts. And with that, we have not physically won the game, but realistically, we have won this game. Let's take a look at the sim. See the team can, just get this first down. They will, and with that, the Giants are back in the Super Bowl for the first time in, technically, what is this, 15 years? Technically, 14 years? Because how many, I don't know, 15, 14 years. That is quite a bit of years, believe it or not. It's a decade and a half. That's a lot of years. Take a look at the stats. Jaxson Dart to throw a pick. Kind of a bad luck sign, right? 3 touchdowns for Skattebo, by the way. I don't regret the decision of starting him at all. So, well, I mean, if there was ever going to be an experiment video on does speed matter, I don't know if we need that anymore. Skattebo with 85 speed, the slowest running back you can probably find in the entire game, is one of the best running backs in the league right now. And he's consistently proven it in the playoffs even, let alone just with a, fluky regular season. Of course, as you'd expect, the Chiefs do win, so while this is a crazy fun run, I'm glad we're here. There's also a pretty good chance we do not win this, but we're right up there with the Chiefs overall, so what a freaking year. Let's take a look at the Chiefs got here. Clicked the wrong damn thing, but here we are anyways. Broncos by 6, Ravens by 8, Titans by 3, so some close games, but some tough opponents. Broncos and Ravens specifically. Titans and Sim are pretty damn good, too. Let's take a look, though, at the devs. Should have had a couple, like Dart, obviously. What about this wide receiver, though? Superstar Dev, 91 overall. Skattebo, 88. Dart is an 86. 91 for Barron, who, I mean, obviously did have one of the best, rookie seasons, technically best wide receiver rookie season ever, I think. It kind of makes sense, right? Goes up to Superstar. It's Star Dev, Superstar Dev, this, that, and the other thing. Wide Receiver of the Year, bunch of different awards. Makes sense why he would go up that high. Anyone on defense, though? That's the question. Dart, I didn't even think about it, but Dart just didn't go. Oh, yeah, it actually makes sense. Dart didn't have that good of a year. I'm just thinking he did because everyone else had great years around him. But, of course, you talked about it, Burns and Carter with dev-ups. Unfortunately, though, no one else. Not a single dev-up. Either way, the Kansas City Chiefs, 13-4. We're 12-5. We're technically, quote-unquote, the home team. But this is obviously by far the hardest team we had to face yet. Giants year 2 Super Bowl would be absolutely nuts. We showed you the playbooks. We showed you, the win-loss. This is just pure heart at this rate. Jaxson Dart in year 2 as a starter has a chance to bring New York another Super Bowl. I can't believe they did a flyby on a stadium that has, like, the tiniest little people. Like, what even is that? That's insane. I don't know. I mean, you can see it coming up with the glass on the outside, but here he comes, Jaxson Dart, dueling off against Patrick Mahomes. This is an unbelievable story. I mean, who the hell would have ever expected this to happen? Put money on this to happen, and you are cooking. All right, end of the game. Is that right to left us? It is. 3 points. That's massive. That's progress. 10-3. Chiefs are scoring now. 17-10. Really good drive there. And do I smell 2-possession lead with a touchdown? 24-10. Chiefs moving down the field. 2nd and 17. 3rd and 26. 4th and 4. They do a really good job there. They're going to say field goal. Our coordinator's thinking this is a bull crap. They're thinking they're lying. This is a long field goal to 59. And he misses. Wow. This has been unbelievable. How? How is this team doing this? The defense is just cooking. 3rd and 5, we got to come in. Again, we've talked about it before. These situations are massive. I mean, this is, when it's all said and done, the play that could win the game. Because if we score a field goal on this drive, that is 3-possession lead. I predetermined it. Barron does it, though! Huge! To the 30. First down. All right. And they get the touchdown. 21-point lead. They hit the punt. What is this? 38-17. And against all odds, the New York Giants in year 2 have won the Super Bowl. And again, I don't like the coaching abilities. I don't turn them off, but I don't upgrade the cheese ones. Like, we don't have the tier 2 scouts. We don't have the tier 3 scout extras. We don't have, bonus coaching XP or ratings boost or anything. We have whatever they gave us, which most of the time is play sheet stuff, which I don't really think makes any difference unless you're actually playing the games, actually using those play sheets. And yet here we are in year 2 with arguably it could be, when it's all said and done, based on where we started to what this could be, because we've already won a Super Bowl in year 2, the most successful rebuild of 26, and we're not even a month in. That is ridiculous. I don't know what it is with some of these teams, especially the Giants. Giants and Rams, they're teams that we usually do really well with for some reason, which I don't mind, obviously. Use all the help we can get with teams that need to develop a quarterback. And is that Butterbean holding the trophy? Oh, let's take a look. Look at freaking Jaxson Dart. Tell me he didn't throw a pick. He didn't. Wow. To put out that performance against Mahomes. Mahomes has had now, especially, in this division, let alone the NFC East, some of the greatest quarterback performances ever performed against him. The guy is just a opposing QB magnet. And, of course, Harrison Butker with that miss. That was really where the momentum just died. 45-17. Giants playbooks. I honestly can't believe it. And Jaxson Dart's really not even that good of an overall, and he hasn't played that well up to this point. Obviously, he's played well when it comes to the regular season, but as far as, or the playoffs, but as far as the regular season, pretty average stuff, if you even want to call it average. And again, there you have it. One try each. I think we're just back in the swing of things. That's all I can really say about that. We are in full force. So if we had any retirements, anyone that was feeling, hey, we got a Super Bowl win, I'm gone. Robert Woods, I guess. Don't really care about the mock draft. Resign players. Do we got anybody? We have $100 million, by the way, and Dart doesn't need a contract yet, so that wasn't even our full form, if you will. Okereke with the huge drop off. I don't want to lose him though, because he's kind of like the heart of this. Well, I wouldn't say the heart of this defense, but he's the Mike linebacker, I guess. That's a lot of money. 1 year, 17, 82 overall. But hey, I just want to keep the squad intact. Neighbors, obviously you don't want to lose them, but at the same time, you do not want to pay him more than you could probably get him for next season. Let's move on to free agency. $80 million. We could spend a little bit of money here. Let's see what we end up with. Free agents. Zay Flowers. Are we cool? Don't need him. Cornerback. Ooh. We could use corner, arguably. DTs maybe, but yeah, I think honestly, if anyone, it would be the corner. Well, Elton Jenkins is only an 82 overall. Did they do like a roster update or something recently? Because that is low. That is insanely low. But yeah, looking across, obviously you have Baker, but we don't need a QB. Our quarterback just won a damn Super Bowl second year into the league. Yeah. I think, again, if anyone, it'd be the cornerback, which could cost us a little bit. But, that is one of our biggest needs, and we have the money to do it, so why wouldn't we? And unfortunately, we offered a 1 year 25, and he did not take it. He went with the Rams, which I don't get it. They got to be on the down rather than the up, and we just won a Super Bowl. But sure, yeah, take the lesser contract with a worse team. All right, we're at the draft, and I really wish I didn't leave this rebuild for as long as I did, because yeah, I started this rebuild before the Micah Parsons trade, so I don't even know what was said in this thing to this point. But yeah, we're finishing this well after the Parsons trade now, so yeah, hopefully you enjoy the updated commentary maybe. I don't know. I don't really think we have a need other than maybe safety that's like much higher than anything else. Like, yeah, we could use a linebacker, but we're not going to take a linebacker pick 20, right? We'll take a linebacker high, but not that high. What else do we have? So DT is a pretty big need. Do you take someone like Blackstock, who looks a little raw, but I have a feeling he's going to be a good overall? Or do you find maybe a safety, which you do like Springs quite a bit in my opinion? I'm not sure. Could go linebacker as well. What about McElroy? A finesse. Is this guy worth it? I think he's worth it. Derek at McElroy. DT is a pretty big need for us. 75 true. You know what's not a need for us? A normal dev DT. I'm not trading up. Screw that. We are going to 32 in the second round. We just won a Super Bowl, Like, it doesn't take much, okay? That's all I can say. Linebacker, wow. We're down to just Honeycutt, who, he looks good. Not great, but good. Tim Honeycutt's going to be our pick. 73 true talent. Hidden dev. Pick 11 in the third round, that safety hopefully is still there. Again, I need a safety, but I don't need one so bad that I gotta grab him. I'm going to replace our guy automatically. But, Montreal Springs still there, looks good. Obviously, I'm going to take him. He's worth the pick. 47 true. Sadly, normal dev. We are just banging out the normal devs. Don't you worry one bit. We will continue to draft mid. And then with this pick, considering our O-line spots are pretty weak, we're going to go Javier Casas, 69 true talent, hidden dev, thankfully. And we move on to 32 in the fourth, where we might be taking that UDFA lineman this time. And he is still there. So is the nose tackle J.D. Smith, though. Don't know much about him other than him being a big dude. And then Ben Kelly, a little bit better looking in my opinion. I think we just need the O-line better, though. So I'm going to go Blair Dempsey. If the other nose tackle's there, the next pick, we'll go for him. Hidden dev. O-line's looking pretty decent. And Ben Kelly is still there, so that's who we're going to be taking here. 26 true talent. What's the dev? He is actually hidden. Might have to find a spot for this guy to start. So, thoughts on putting this guy at punter, even though he's only 5'9"? Because he's kind of insane. This is probably a generational. 6 true talent was the dev. Yeah, he's generational. Sure. Defensive tackle, not the best. Linebacker was hidden, wasn't he? He was hidden, so he will start. Let's take a look at the development trade. 49, not my favorite number for him, but we'll have to see. What's the 55? That's okay, I think. Start Ev. You have McElroy, number 94. Looks good, just, normal development trade, which is an L. And then what else do we have? Free safety Springs, he's good, but he's not hidden, so I don't really care too much. And then Kelly being boosted a little bit by nose tackle, but does look like, I was about to say, does look like a good player in general, though. Maybe he starts. I'm not really sure. We already have a pretty big dude in Dexter Lawrence, dev of Star. Was there anyone we really, passed? I don't think so. I guess we could look at Blackstock, because that was one of the other, DT types we could have taken and chose not to. And there you go, 73 overall. He is hidden development trade, but yeah, he is as raw as you kind of expected, but he is hidden development trade, so yeah, let's help him out, put him at DT for them, and start F. And here we are for Season 3. You just won a Super Bowl. Jaxson Dart's still normal dev, but you won a Super Bowl, it doesn't matter, right? Team looks pretty good offensively. Kind of a mixed bag, though. You have a running back that's not that fast, but he's kind of good, and you have a quarterback that's kind of a low overall, low dev, but he's good, and the receivers are great, tight ends, low overall, but he's very talented, and the O-line's kind of all over the place. It's surprising that the offense did what it did, to be honest. And then defensively, do you not just start McElroy over Thompson? Where the hell did he even just go? There you go. Because, you got to just keep rotating him until you get one of these rookies to go and just kill it, right? Corner's a little low. Safeties, especially strong safety, a little low. The team is just barely a Super Bowl winner, but you have a couple of those real superstars, right? Burns, Lawrence, Carter, and then on offense, you have Neighbors, Barron, technically Dart, technically Skattebo. Pretty damn good overalls, obviously Thomas. All right, before I did any of the scouting focus, got to go into the re-signing. So Neighbors, under 30 per. Dexter, over 30 per. Drew Phillips, under barely, about 10 per. We're looking pretty good. Obviously Jaxson Dart, I must call them Daxon Jart. Jaxson Dart is a guy you have to worry about. Abdul Carter as well. So Lawrence is getting to that point where you might not be able to afford him, honestly. But let's do these contracts that you want to keep. Obviously, you keep Neighbors. The price is fine. He's a great player. Wide receivers, kind of hard to develop, especially someone as good as him. Phillips, 5-year, 54. Too good of a deal to pass. Good-looking player. And then Holland could be a cap casualty. Newbin, I don't like his overall. I really don't. Lawrence, I would do a 1 year. 1 year, whatever the hell, and he took it, so that's good for us. We have him for the rest of this rebuild because we're only doing one more season anyways. And then, I guess, especially with that idea of only doing one more season anyways, I guess you pay him because, let's count $80 million needed for next year. These two guys, well, maybe not Newbin, but probably a Debo. They don't count, for $40 million, so we should be good. We should be able to, keep these guys. I don't want to replace two safeties, so there's that. A little overpay, but that's fine. And then a Debo, we'll have to see how he looks, because right now, we might be able to, we definitely could replace Newbin with somebody that can develop quickly, but a Debo, if he regresses, might be able to do the same, especially in free agency. And then Okereke is just, at that age, he's a lost cause, sadly. I can't believe the insane fall-off we had. We should be in the playoffs still, but I was thinking undefeated season, worst case scenario, the number 1 seed anyways. And instead, with the losses we have, hell, we barely hold on to the damn division. I mean, look at this fall off. Look at my game crashing. Can I literally can't. Hello? Let me in. That's actually insane. I literally can't even check. I'm going to force quit and see if it fixes. Okay, it did fix. It did fix. Here is the season, though. I mean, 6-0. You lose 1. Then you win another 4. So 10-1. 3 losses in a row. You win 1, 2 losses in a row. What a choke of a season. I mean, the way that finished, you've only got to assume that we're going to lose this game, right? Because we're just on a complete collapse. That is ridiculous. Carr with 10.5 sacks only. That Parsons rebuild we did, well, the Packers rebuild with Parsons on the team. Carter was winning Defensive Player of the Year every single season, let alone, being decent. And of course, speaking of Parsons, here he goes to the Cowboys. What a disaster. I don't know what to tell you, but you know what? We won a Super Bowl once. Why can't we do it again? All right, going to the end of the game, 7-0. Still 7-0. Niners coming back with 7 themselves, 10-7. 10-7 still, as this team can't finish drives off. 14-10, 14-17. Might be getting down to slow sim time. 3rd and 1, Niners are still moving. They're driving all the way in. They will score. See if the offense needs help or not. 3rd and 13, they need help. They need some assistance. We've got you, Bald. We've got you. Hopefully. They're on this. Hit that. Hit. Okay, they're telling us to hit this from 60, by the way. This is our new kicker, by the way. We moved our kicker to punter because he's taller. Generational and all. That's a good kick. Well, that was easy of a kick. Wow. Who would have thought 99 kick power is kind of decent, no? I still don't know how we don't complete that. Who's that? Malik Neighbors, I think it even was. Wow. 3rd and 12, they convert. I'm sure of it. 3rd and 9, you got to get a stop. You know what they always say? You want something done right, you gotta do it yourself. Here it is, the moment of doing it ourselves. Debo, get out there. I'm gonna let Debo do it himself. The opposite of that. No way! And Ayuk gets it, and he slips off 45 tackles to the 2. I mean, let's call it how it is. This is Malik Neighbors' fault. That throw was good. Malik Neighbors not catching that is him going T-Rex arms. Nothing else. As he runs into a wall, CMC nowhere to go. They're looking like they want to run the ball, but also, can you really trust it? Probably not. Dexter Lawrence, there's no way. And he loses even more yards, loss of 3 now. Come on, line him up. Line him up. I don't even know if we're really ready for this cross. It's kind of cross. I mean, like, Newman can't get over in time, right? They're wasting every second. And pressured. Barely gets the throwaway off, but that's good for us. We get more time. That is a really interesting decision to not just fall down on it. And that will lead to a 4-point lead, but with time, we could still win it. Offense moving. Not very well, but they are moving. Clock is moving worse, though, so we're going to come in this game hoping this doesn't accelerate the clock, and it does. You lose 20 seconds. Williams looks free on the outside here. Not as free as Skattebo, though, who catches it cleanly out of bounds at the 21. Big play. I like those sharp out. Well, sharp out and sharp in. Williams, it's really good coverage. And somehow caught. DB can't see it, can't play it. He's put his hand down, that's it. We have 2 timeouts left, so I mean, we pretty much have the entire playbook at our disposal. That's a tough one. And it's a great catch! Touchdown Giants with 19 to play. Niners got timeouts, but I don't think they have that built in them. Maybe they can get a field goal. That's about it. Jason Williams, this is a tough catch. We throw it a little late, technically a little early if you really want to consider it. And he holds on anyways. Let's move on. Hopefully the divisional round here. I mean, clock is kind of, there's still time. And no, they will not win it. 27-24. Giants trying to attempt the repeat. Let's see if we can do it. We have not done it yet this Madden. Will we do it at all this Madden? Who knows? Taking a look at these stats. Jaxson Dart, pretty damn good, obviously. Brock Purdy, not bad either, to be fair. Skattebo, 5 yards per carry for a slower running back. Not bad. Williams, the tight end, was clutch. Neighbors, 6-7 yards, but missed that huge conversion on 3rd and 13. It was in, I mean, he was right on him. And he just T-Rexed it, short-armed it. Move on to the divisional. How we looking? The Arizona Cardinals, 91 overall versus 86 overall. All right, going to the end of the game, 0-0. I mean, this is, I don't want to call it cupcake, but like these are matchups you want, right? These are matchups you think are just easy. And I mean, so far right now, we're actually playing like it for once, 28-6 in the fourth quarter. The defense does a really good job here, 35-6. Offense obviously did a great job too, but the defense on another freaking level. Let's take a look at how we're looking. Player stats, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Skattebo, 2 touchdowns, 92 yards. I mean, Skattebo is looking like one of the best running backs I've seen in the playoffs in a rebuild. Like, of all the people to do it, the guy with 85 speed, huh? And here's the matchup you don't want to see. The Eagles. See how they got here. Obviously, they didn't have a bye week. They're worse than us in the division. They beat the Seahawks by 3. They beat the Falcons by 4. And then hopefully they're about to lose to us by any number. I don't really care. We're 91 overall. And the team, Ross, you know, salary cap-wise, looks great. Even with guys like Abdul Carter and Jaxson coming up, you're fine. You can keep a Paulson Adebo if you want. But I don't know if I want. Only simply because we might be able to get a better corner in free agency, which if we are, and we do, our defense could be pretty damn good. I mean, I wouldn't say perfect because I still want those DTs to develop, but we got like a 90 overall corner. I mean, this defense is even more lethal, which as of right now, it is, you know, one of the best defenses in Madden Sim. Like, we are seeing the Giants kill it constantly. Unfortunately, though, right now, this offense is doing next to nothing to help this defense. 3rd and 5, got to come out there. I mean, the way this team is moving, it looks like they're not going to get a single score for the rest of the game. Right? This is looking pretty bad. And there goes Mr. Slayton, is that? I mean, don't know why he came back to the ball so hard. But yeah, Jaxson over 100 yards, barely. Threw a pick. No touchdowns. Eagles defense is like, oh yeah, the Giants defense is good? Wow, okay, we're going backwards hard. 4th and 2, you got to go for this. Yeah, we'll show you a real defense. Like, yeah, you probably will, actually. Please stop. Williams on the drag would be so nice. Dart just doesn't have the movement to make this play good for Williams to go. Little dump off. That was kind of slick with it. And Skattebo almost cuts it all the way back for the touchdown. I mean, let's get this thing in there. Let's QB sneak this thing in there. They got a pretty damn good D-line, believe it or not. I don't know if you ever heard of this team, the Philadelphia Eagles. And they will not get the stop, though. Jaxson Dart slides on in. Touchdown. Tied up. Come on, defense. Wow, really good start. 3rd and 12, and they still convert. I thought it was going to be a pick. It was not. 4th and 6, they do get the stop. If all the stops to get, you have a really good start to the drive defensively. And then out of nowhere, they just convert. Somehow, 2nd and 28, they get a bunch. And then the next play, they get the 1st down. They get a penalty. They get that and the other thing. You're thinking, okay, well, you're not going to stop in this drive. And then, you know, 2nd and 8, that's the drive that ends. It's kind of crazy. Barron, maybe. Pretty good throw, and there goes Malik. Could cut it back left. Does! Defense is not in place to the 13-yard line. What a block. That's exactly the block I was hoping we'd get, and we take advantage of it. Down to the 13-yard line. I mean, honestly, if you play this well, like really well, I know you're down 3, but you could almost clock them here, like completely. Like, if you play this really, really well, you can leave them with almost nothing. All right, first run. That did not go how I wanted it to. I really do feel like, though, like with their timeouts and how much clock is left, you do feel this clock wasting is almost as important as the score itself, right? In my opinion. Getting the 1st down and the score at the right time is just as important here. I mean, really, if you want to play crazy risk, you get to the 4th and 1 mark and then get the 1st, but obviously at this point, 3rd and 4, nothing's guaranteed. Get what you can here. If it's the touchdown, the 1st down, whatever. But it would be nice to waste even more clock, to be fair. Jaxson Dart gets the edge. And we're going to slide down to the 1. All right, the Eagles, for some reason, aren't going to see this. And they're going to let us at least waste the clock once. They're probably smart enough to not let it happen again, though. We get a touchdown, we're going to take it because, you know, enough clock has ran off. And we do get in the end zone, all right? I mean, we didn't waste all of the clock, but we wasted a lot of it. Again, that is pretty bad coding. The Eagles in real life, they call timeout instantly. You don't know. Maybe the Giants get the score right away like we just did. They get the 2nd play. Either way, you got to wait. You got to stop that clock. And unfortunately, they do not. They run out of time, which they might have had enough time if they did call the timeout when they did. Instead, the Giants are headed back to the Super Bowl. Both quarterbacks pretty damn bad, honestly. Dart was slightly better. Rushing, equal, right? Well, technically a little bit better for us. 3 touchdowns. Looking at receiving, it's okay numbers for a couple of the guys. Sacks, 2 for Burns, 1.5 for Bond, 1.5 for Nolan Smith, 1 for McElroy, 1 for Jalen Carter, 1 for Davis, 1 for Lawrence. Pretty even there, too. Both with the pick, of course. We had a kick blocked, by the way, which may be a blessing in disguise. Eagles maybe don't play as conservatively without the lead, so maybe a blessing. We'll see if that can turn into a Super Bowl or not here. Who the hell are we playing? I think it was Bills on the other side. They might be playing someone else, though. Who was it? It was Bills-Titans. Titans. I've seen the Titans actually win more than I would have expected so far, so nope, doesn't matter as the Bills do move on. They march on here. Take a look if we had any dev-ups. Jaxson Dart obviously would be a guy you'd want to get dev-up for, but he definitely won't get one. He was not that good. Yeah, sadly, still normal dev, but yet potential back-to-back Super Bowl winner. And then D-line, did Kelly just not play much, or did he go up to Superstar? Because, yeah, McElroy went up 2 overalls, by the way, and he didn't. Wow, okay, he just didn't play enough snaps as the nose tackle. Yeah, our DT position, man. Usually we make like a trade on the final season just to push us over the edge. Also, Phillips, I think, went to Superstar, which would be huge. That might be what we do again, because our DT spot sucks. Nothing we do can fix it. And whether we win a Super Bowl here or not, we've had so much success. Even if we go into the dark ages because of a bad trade, it's worth it, because we might have a chance at literal history, especially if we win this game. 91-87, let's go New York. Can we do it? Can the Giants go back-to-back? We had a really good start of the season, pretty poor finish, and then so far here in the playoffs, I mean, we're making some plays, although here against the Bills here, not looking great. Although, good comeback. Down by 7 now, and Buffalo making it almost possible to come back. And what the hell is going on here? Oh, did we get the glitch? I have not seen that glitch in many Maddens, and apparently it's back. It looks like a billion field goals and punts happened, but I think the game was just playing. It was just glitching out. Huge touchdown there, 3-point game. And the Bills moving down the field like they're the ones losing. One of my least favorite things in the game. Of course, if an offense in real life can move down the field, passing the ball and getting huge plays, they're going to do it, but it's just not typically how offenses play, right? They get a couple of plays, maybe get out there. Nice stop. But they don't move the ball like they just did. It's not common, right? It's not common. 30-27. Come on. Let's win this damn game. Give it. Come on, Black. Does not get it. Do not hit him late. All right, 3.5. I mean, the team did literally this last game, and they had a minute to spare, so let's do it again. Wouldn't be quite the lead that we had last time if we get the touchdown, but still would be a lead. 3rd and 18. Oh, no, this is it. This is where we had neighbors on this one last time. This is where you gotta put up or shut up. Gotta get some yards here. That's a tough throw. And gets the back spear catch. Literally no point in having a crazy... I honestly do agree to punt it. I know it's stupid, but you might need to punt it here. Like 18 yards is a lot of yards. I do like the play a lot, though. We'll do it. We'll do it. That's a pretty decent throw. A little overthrown, and that will be the game. I just don't think the defense has done well enough. I know it's probably stupid, but let's see. I mean, well, they just got a first down in the first play, so I don't really feel bad about our decision after all. They get the touchdown on 4th and 2. That's the world we're living in where... And then on top of it, we run the ball. You see the clock is running. We just lost 30 seconds running the ball for a gain of like 7. Again, why is the game coded the way it is? I'm just curious. No back-to-back for us, but a chance at 2 out of 3 this final season coming up. I'd really hate to see these numbers. Not actually bad. I mean, didn't do enough, obviously. Skattebo's ground game was bad. Let's take a look now at the sacks. 4.5 for Bosa, who I'm not surprised he's even playing still. How is he even playing? So how old is he? Like 200? Yeah, $128 million. Obviously, a 5th-year option. Abdul Carter, that is a theft. And then Dart, you obviously do not. I think we can do better at corner, but I'm probably going to be making a pretty big trade at DT to avoid the draft. But more importantly, just we need a good DT, and we're just not going to get one in the draft, right? It's just not going to happen. Do need a safety replacement for Newbin, I think. I think we could do better. We do need a linebacker, too. If we let these guys go, then I'm going to have to draft. I don't like that, but I have no choice. Well, it is what it is. All right, hopefully there's some free agents. Maybe we don't even need to trade for a DT. Maybe we can draft. Yeah, I mean, there's some okay DTs. They're not amazing, but I think they get the job done, right? I'm just going to splurge. If we could do a 1 year, that'd be great, because we'd be able to splurge without completely derailing the team for years to come. But I do not believe that will be the case. But we're in the conversation, so there's that. And the problem with Lee McNeil is he really is not as good of an overall as he's stating here. Like, that is very mid. Has he at least played well? Not particularly. I know he's not some pass rushing guru, but I still would like a little bit more from him. What about Allen? He's got to put up a little bit better numbers, right? He's pretty mid, too. I would want somebody that actually can get, well, but he's good. He's played well, so, I mean, I guess we'll offer him. If he joins us, we're cooking. Could still trade for a DT. Doesn't mean, hey, we can only have Allen. Campbell, I doubt, but we're number 1. We'll see. And we do not get Campbell. We do get Jonathan Allen. Big one. Big name. Should have actually looked around other linebackers, too, and I kind of sold. Wouldn't have wanted Bond, I don't think, anyway. So we need a linebacker. Linebacker DT, maybe still DT. I don't know. Linebacker for sure, but maybe DT as well. So DT position, could put just Kelly in the nose tackle spot. Jonathan Allen's your pass rusher next to Dexter Lawrence. What else do we need? So we need a linebacker for sure, like we talked about. I mean, you could just throw McFadden there if you wanted to, or Honeycutt, but yeah, realistically, that is a position you need. And safety, you probably could just put Spring. So safety linebacker, is that sounding about right? Don't need great ones, just good ones. I think maybe we trade. Wait, I didn't think I was overpaying. I didn't know. I traded up first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth for Joke and Man. Oh, come on, man. No? Okay. I thought because our picks were literally 31, 63, all that crap, that we were not paying enough. I was like, okay, that's the starter. Maybe we have to throw someone in. Man is also garbage, by the way. I just looked at him based on his overall. He's got the hip power box safety build, which I guess we need, but still disappointing. Joke's now our Mike linebacker. He's got 4 years on a contract, so they are taking a severe dead hit, so that's also part of the contract, or the compensation, in my opinion, not having to pay him while he's a very good player, while we have to pay a bunch of other guys. That's also part of it, but yeah, we go unrealistic final season. That's how we do these things, and we're going to try to at least make a three-peat trip to the Super Bowl, if not win one. And here's the team for the final season. I don't know why Cass is in the center, but yeah, I don't know what it is with O-line. They just don't develop. I don't know if it's because they're giving up so many sacks because the defenses are overtuned to the point where you got guys putting up 33.5 sacks a season, but they just don't go up in overall at all. Like, Thomas hasn't moved. The whole rest of the line is barely moved, and they're very young. So I don't know what to do with that. I have 150 XP sliders, 160 for some of them. I think like center. Just not working out. Every skill position, though, 93, 94, 91, 90. It's kind of a weird, odd, way to put it, but out of order. We still got there, though. D-line, Jonathan Allen, massive improvement. 12 sacks a year ago. Hopefully he does that for us. Brand new strong safety and man. And then a huge addition to the linebacker position with Joke as our middle linebacker number 1. I don't know why Brock's a little bit down here, but Brock is there. He's our Sam linebacker. So 91 overall, team's as good as ever. Will it be sustained? Probably not, but should be another chance at the Super Bowl this year. All right, $180 million. Dexter Lawrence needs another contract. He's not on my priority list at this moment. You'd think crazy, 99 overall, but not on my priority list. Skattebo for sure. Dart, obviously. Burns, likely. But yeah, somehow we have all this money and really nowhere to put it. Don't know if we got Barron coming out maybe, but for this season, 5 years into this rebuild, we have genuinely no concerns. Money is just ever so abundant. We're overpaying for Dart here a little bit, but that's fine. Knock it out. Boom. Easy. Then obviously we do Skattebo, which we'll do a 4-year because he's a high overall, so he should be fine for 4 years. Bam. Anyone else that's kind of challenging us? Burns. I think you do 2-year on Burns, 1 year on Dexter again. He keeps taking them, so I'm willing to pay it if he's keep on taking it, because I do not want, not that we're going to be playing another year, but I wouldn't want to be locked in and then lose Barron. I'd rather keep Barron than a defensive tackle, even though we have struggled mightily with DT. Adebo, I think it's time to finally replace him. He's not going anywhere at 86. 84, 86 is kind of his max, it seems, so Yeah, no thank you. And Barron, yeah, he'd be next year. All right, to the wildcard round. We're taking on a 6-10 Ravens team, by the way, final season, or final week of the final season. Don't know what the hell that's about, but let's see it. Do we have the bye week? Because we actually had a pretty good year. And we do, 13-4. No wildcard for us. The Bears, 8-9, have a spot. Look at the Rams at 13-4. Falcons at 12-5. So a pretty deserved first round bye, because there's pretty good competition. Looking at the win-loss, I mean, a couple of losses in there, obviously, but it was fine. The way those losses came up, though, I thought we were having a bad season. Oh my! Look at Skattebo and his yards and touchdowns. It's insane. But 30 touchdowns, 2 picks, 3,700 yards for Jaxson Dart. Is he gonna win 2 Super Bowls as a normal dev? I don't know what's going on. I don't think we've changed from the Giants playbooks. I can't remember. I'd have to take a look, but those feel like a playbook I've not used. So I truly think this is just, wow, what a great season kicking. Missed 2 kicks out of 28. 1 was blocked. So it might not even have been his fault. That's insane. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't change the playbooks. We'll have to see. No award wins, except for running back, but no offensive, or defensive rookie of the year win, because we didn't have any, obviously. But let's take a look. I don't really know. That's the wrong thing. I always mix it up because there's so many different new tabs. As my screen just turns off. Hello? What the hell was that about? But yeah, we keep the Giants OD. You guys are probably so confused because, like, nothing changed for you, but for me, my screen turned off on my PC. Not sure why. It's not, like, running hot or anything. It just decided to decapitate itself. Hopefully there's no glitchiness, though. I'd be pretty disappointed, especially this close to the end, as we're going to be taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We have them by 6 overalls. Our D-line's vastly improved. I didn't actually even see how well Jonathan Allen played. I just assumed the team was good because we were good as a whole team. MetLife Central. Winner of this game goes to the championship round. Damn, look at the Raiders, 14-3. They lose to the Chargers, but still pretty impressive to even get to that point. End of the game. What are we looking like? It's 3-0. Not a bad start. Defense is doing okay. They give up 3. Offense is really struggling right now. Starting to think that, especially with that offense, it's actually a miracle that we've been to 2 Super Bowls and won one. His offense has been kind of lackluster. Like, the scoring is just lackluster, man. 20-9, I mean, not a great performance, but a winning one, and that's really all that matters. Can't really ask for much more than that. Players, stats, 2 touchdowns for Dart. It's 64 yards for Skattebo. 2 touchdowns for Wandale. A lot of sacks in this game. 3 for Swinton, 2.5 for Abdul, 2 for Diaby. Pretty equal when you add all of our, like, singular sacks, but wow. We missed 2 kicks out of 4. That's insane. Yeah, that would have looked a little bit better. 27 or 26. 26 points is not bad. It's not bad for an offense. I know it's 15-minute quarter, so it is kind of bad, but it's not bad. Trust me, even though it's bad, it's not bad. As we're headed to the championship round, who's it going to be against? The Chicago Bears, 8-9. What are these playoff runs, man? Have I ever told you I like an NFC rebuild? I don't even know how many teams we rebuild in the AFC versus the NFC, but it's got to be a lot of NFC teams versus the AFC. It has got to be. I don't even know when this is up. I don't even want the Giants rebuild to be up anymore, like right away. I want other rebuilds to go for it first, but I got to post it sometime. By the time I get this thing up, it's going to be completely outdated. As we're kind of killing the Bears here. 26-0, 26-7. Chicago will lose the game 33-40-21. Bears make it a little more respectable, but still almost doubling their score. No room to come into the game because, again, we've kind of killed it. Kind of dominated here a little bit. Jaxson Dart, dude, 158.3. 80% completions, 4 touchdowns. It's got to be 151 yards and a touchdown. A 70-yard run for him. Wandale, 93-yarder. Let him cook. Both teams gave up 3 sacks from a single guy. And look at the pass rush. Damn, our pass rush is heating. Here it is to the Super Bowl. I wonder if they'll let us see the schedule because I had to freaking force quit the entire game last time. The Chargers, have seen them beat some pretty high-win teams. Can they beat us? That's the question. I still can't believe how many rebuilds we've done so far. And with rebuilds taking longer than previous years. 14 win over the Bengals, 5 over the Raiders. Did they have a bye week? They did not. They beat the Jets by 2. This is why I said I don't know if I want the Giants now, because I was thinking, yeah, we should probably mix it up, put a little bit more AFC teams in there. The Jets should be next, and no, here we are. Not rebuilding them yet. Looking at the offense, Jaxson Dart gets to star. Harry, finally. And then, of course, the big one. Skattebo becomes an X Factor. Like, what is even the title at this point? I don't even know. 3 straight Super Bowls? That seems like, spoiler alert, obviously. And then Skattebo is, that's such a strange one. It's a spoiler alert as well, to be fair. Kind of a lackluster Devin on the defensive side of the ball. But yeah, that offense, kind of surprising. Jaxson Dart is a 3-time appearing, I should say, Super Bowl quarterback. And he finally got to start Ev. That's so strange. We did it with the Giants playbooks, mind you. So, yeah, normally I wouldn't even skip this. It would kind of look, but no point to watch. You've been here so damn many times. It's getting boring. It's getting boring seeing the Giants in the Super Bowl this way. Let's see if we can have another dominating performance. 2 out of 3. I think this will be the first rebuild this year that we become a quote-unquote dynasty. You make 3 straight Super Bowls and you win 2 of them. That's a dynasty, right? I think 2 out of 3 in general is a dynasty, let alone 3 straight trips within those 2 wins. As right now, we're looking pretty good. Chargers not done, but they failed what seems to be a 2-point, I think, or they went for a field goal. That's what it was. And I don't know about that decision. A field goal that doesn't even cut the deficit to 1 possession. That's a bad decision. And yeah, you made a play there, but it's too late. You have allowed us to become a dynasty. 19-21. Giants over Chargers. Obviously, there's a little bit of history between these 2 teams with the QBs of recent times, about 2 decades ago. And with that all in the past, not really playing any factor in this game at all, either side, the New York Giants have once again won the Super Bowl, which means they again are the newest NFL dynasty. Again, in my opinion, what is a dynasty? 2 out of 3 years of winning the Super Bowl, 3 straight making it, that is 100% a dynasty. As far as if you didn't make it in between, I don't know, maybe not, I guess, I don't know. It also, I think it kind of counts who around you is playing well. If it's a new Super Bowl team every time, but you win 2 out of 3, it's definitely a dynasty. But if you win 2 out of 3, another team wins 1, and they've been to another 2, it's yeah, I don't know. What's actually the physical definition? Is it 3 in 5, 3 in 4, 3 in 5-ish? 2 is hard. 1 is hard. 2 is hard. Out of 3. Either way, we'll show you the win-loss. First, again, I believe 2 out of 3 Super Bowl win for us this Madden cycle. Not bad for the Giants as well. A team that they've got some pieces, but there's a lot of question marks, especially at quarterback. Not a half bad job done here today. Jaxson Dart. Deep accuracy. Okay, so it's because of his other accuracies getting so high, I think, that you can't really upgrade them. His deep accuracy actually got quite a bit up there. Throw power is a little bit of a concern, but honestly, of all Maddens, this is the one Madden, at least playing the games-wise, where I don't feel like throw power matters as much. I don't think you need to worry about it, throw power, as much as previous years. At least that's the way I feel. Maybe it's because I don't really play head-to-head, but that could be changing. Just saying, that might be a thing. Either way, Nick Barron has been great. He has been, he overtook Malik Neighbors, the best wide receiver on this team. That's obviously very good. And then Wan'Dale Robinson, don't sleep on him. 92 overall. He's had some insane seasons for us. Let's take a look. A couple thousanders. Oh, I guess not couple, but one was close. 990. 1,094 and then 990. Really good stuff with all those touchdowns. Double digiters. Really good. Turning the corner here a little bit with him. Cam Skattebo, speed 85. Trucking 96. Juke move 93. Or stiff arm 93, juke move 82. I was about to say juke move because I still feel like juke move is the best in the game. It's just the most effective at making people miss, getting extra yards, in my opinion. Williams, 86 overall. How you looking, Jason? Looks all right. Theo Johnson didn't really work out, so we had to move on. Anyone else on the O-line we care about? Not really. Thomas, I guess, but he's already a good player, so it doesn't really matter. Defensively, I guess we'll look at Brian Burns and Abdul Carter. Hollins, he's been a good player for us, but he's not as exciting, right? He's not as exciting as, those 2 edge rushers, Dexter Lawrence, maybe Phillips especially. Abdul Carter, though, look at him. Look at this guy. Let's take a look at how he played. Really good start. Bad year in 2027, if you want to call it bad. 10.5 sacks is amazing, but 15, 20, 10.5, 18.5. Yeah, that's... they literally drafted in this realm, basically Micah Parsons, right? Not even trying to just bring his name up all the time, but that is, I think, a fair kind of, assessment. He's a little bit bigger, obviously, but with that athleticism, and then, of course, a crazy 4 years, probably multiple All-Pros. Let's look at Mr. Phillips. Banks didn't really develop, but he's also not terrible. 83 overall is not bad. Drew Phillips, 87 overall, 93 man, 86 zone, very good press. Speed's a little low, but you can't really upgrade that, so yeah, he actually developed better than I thought he was going to. He kind of, rotated, like, is he the 2, is he the 3, is he the 1, what is he? And what he is damn good. How about that one? And then the final player we want to look at, Dexter Lawrence. The rest are all mid-tier players. Dexy, 97 block shed, 95 power move. Finesse is not even that bad at 81. Awareness is great. Play rec is great. Tackle's great. Strength's okay, I guess. 93 for pursuit. Insane impact block. Pretty damn good hit power. And very fast for a big fella. That is, however... Actually, we kind of need to look at the special teamers, dude. We landed 2 generationals. Both a kicker, but they're both technically kicker-punter, so cool. 87 overall, 99 kick power, 94 accuracy, 76 awareness. And let's look at the punter, who is going to be better even. You wouldn't think it, but it definitely is. Mr. Oakley, 89 overall, 99... Oh, he's not better, actually. 99 kick power, 92 accuracy, 82 awareness. But yeah, that is going to be it for this one. Again, I really want to mix in some challenge rebuilds so we have other teams rebuild down the damn line, which is why maybe we do start up a second franchise series, because otherwise it's just Panthers 24/7, and I don't really know if I want to do that. Okay, as much as I love Panthers franchise, don't know if everyone loves it that much. Regardless, though, should see some more challenge rebuilds in between. Maybe you've already seen one. This rebuild was supposed to be in place of that Packers-Parsons rebuild, just so you know. Actually, no, that's not true. It was supposed to be on Sunday, which by now it could actually be the next Sunday. And you're like, oh, it is Sunday. Well, maybe it wasn't late at all. No, a week ago Sunday. Regardless, though, we try not to. A lot of people do pre-record even months in advance. Try not to do that, but sometimes things happen. It is what it is. If you enjoyed, though, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, appreciate your support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, PK Plays for not Madden content. Biggest thing you do for me is let me know what team you want to see next in the comment section below. And then, of course, also give me an idea for challenge rebuilds. Those are also pretty cool. We also have a membership for, the 15th of every month. We have a members-only rebuild that's kind of coming up. So be on the lookout for that if you're already a member or you're thinking about becoming one. Regardless, though, appreciate y'all for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see